Every UPSC aspirant already knows that this book, which is A Brief History of Modern India by Spectrum, is one of the most important books for a UPSC prelims examination. But the problem is that this book is very bulky. There are around 800 pages in the recent edition, and it becomes really impossible for any average aspirant to revise this entire book before the exam. Guys, in this video, I'm going to give you the most important chapter from the Spectrum book so that you can cover this entire book in just 7 days. Okay, in just 7 days. And to do that, I will do a PYQ analysis of last 25 years of UPSC question, particularly in the last 3-4 years. Guys, one thing which I have learned during my UPSC preparation days by clearing the prelims examination 6 out of 6 times, scoring one of the highest marks in the prelims examination, is that you have to understand the demand of the exam. If you blindly just do hard work, you will never clear the prelims exam, because the challenge in the prelims exam is that it is very vast. The syllabus is very vast. We have to read static, we have to read current affairs, and sometimes it becomes really challenging to manage everything. So guys, what we have to do is that we have to see the trend of questions. For example, guys, in modern India, there has been a sea change in the recent years, and if you do not know this sea change, you will waste a lot of time reading something which is not going to come in the exam. Let us start first the recent 5 years PYQ analysis, and I'm going to really surprise you that really what should be the strategy so that you can optimize your effort for the prelims examination this year. So guys, recently you will see the number of questions coming from modern India are reducing. You can see here 2020 it was 8, 2021 it was 6, 2023 it was 3, 2022 it was 2, and 2024 it was again very few. Okay, particularly guys, if you see the chapters which are like from directly from the book, okay, questions which are directly from the book, they are reducing. Okay, and further what you can see is that there is one chapter which is coming every year in the last 2-3 years, is you can see this chapter of European entry. You can see here every year there is a question. 2022 there was a question, 2023 there was a question, 2024 there was a question. So one thing is that we do not have to invest too much time in this book. We don't need to read this book cover to cover, particularly before the exam. You don't have the time also to do that. So what we will do is that we will do a PYQ analysis of last 25 years, and I'm going to give you the important chapters and what you need to stress. So what I have done is that I have divided the entire questions which have come from modern India into 5 sections, and there I have also listed the important topics. You can go through them so that you can prepare them properly. Okay guys, so let us see. The first type of questions coming in the UPSC prelims examination from modern India is advent of European. You can see in recent years the number of questions are increasing. Every year we are getting one question. So read this chapter very well. Okay, very important. This is very important. I think in 2025 also there will be definitely one question from entry of Europeans. Here guys, I'll tell you exactly what to focus upon. Let us first cover what are the important chapters first of all. Okay, second guys, you can see the most important section or most important the section in this book is the British consolidation, British acts, missions, commissions. Every year you see questions coming. The largest number of questions have come from this section only. So generally students, what they do when they read this book, they focus more on the freedom struggle. They ignore entry of Europeans, they ignore British consolidation, they ignore the British policies, but you see the number of questions coming from this section is the highest. That is the reason guys, many people say, sir, I work very hard, but still I fail to crack the prelims exam, because they do not understand the trend of the exam. That is the biggest mistake most of the candidates do. Guys, remember this, even if you are working hard, but if you are working hard in the wrong direction, you are not going to reach your destination. Okay, you can see here, Government of India Act 1919, Cripps Mission, Charter Act, Woods Dispatch, Butler Committee, Radcliffe Committee, Governor General's questions are coming. Economic impact, you see so many questions are coming on economic impact. Even last year there was a question on land revenue system. Then education is also favorite topic of UPSC. Next guys, civil and tribal uprising. This is again a recent trend. Very, very important. Very important. You can see questions coming from this. You can see here Munda Rebellion, Santhal Uprising, Tebaga movement, Indigo revolt. Again, in this year, I am expecting one question from civil and tribal uprising. Very, very important. Next, guys, freedom struggle movement. Okay, again, you can see the number of questions coming from this is not very high. But you see, if I ask anyone that if you are investing 100 hours, just I'm saying, okay, out of 100%, how much percentage are you giving in this section? Many people will say 90% of the time they are giving this section only. But you see, very limited question, and that too, you see, in recent years, the focus is on Gadar Party, the focus is on Quit India movement, the focus is on INA movement. So all these are, okay, generally, okay, they were ignored by aspirants. Okay, they used to focus more on the freedom struggle movement led by Mahatma Gandhi. Yes, questions on Mahatma Gandhi are also there. You can see there Champaran in 2018, civil disobedience in 2017, Rowlatt in 2015, Gandhi Irwin in 2020. But in recent years, if you see the questions which are coming, which are, okay, other freedom movements, other parties other than the National Congress, okay, the focus is on Gadar Party, the focus is on INA movement. Okay, so these are areas where focus is more, okay, in recent years, role of parties other than Congress. Okay, such kind of topics generally are ignored by aspirants, and that is why, guys, even after working very hard, they leave it. My suggestion will be, for the freedom struggle movement, okay, just prepare the major themes. Okay, just major themes like the non-cooperation movement, the civil disobedience movement. Okay, just read the major themes and focus more on those areas which UPSC, okay, has ignored in the last 20 years but can ask in the coming years. Okay, this is very, very important. Then, guys, this is the most important section, generally again ignored by aspirants, which is personalities, books and organizations. You can see every year, Annie Besant in 2015, Sarojini Naidu in 2015, KC Sen in 2016, Lala Lajpat Rai in 2018, Ishwarchandra Vidyasagar in 2021, Songs from Prison 2021. Okay, so many books, organizations, you can see, so multiple questions, and all these organizations are what? Beyond Congress. Okay, so all the parties, all the organizations beyond Congress is very, very, other than Congress, very, very important, very, very important. Students ignore this section. This is the most important section, personalities, books and organization. Here you have to focus on those personalities which are in news. Anniversaries. I have prepared an entire list of organizations and personalities which are in news for this year's UPSC Prelims examination. Okay, here in personalities, guys, okay, even the social reformers and their organization becomes very, very important. Okay, you can see here Ishwarchandra Vidyasagar was asked in 2021. Why? Because of his anniversary. Okay, so they can ask you other reformers also, like for example this year you can see the Vaikum Satyagraha and the leaders associated with Vaikum Satyagraha is in news. So I'm not going to give you here important topics, that I'll make a separate video. If you want that separate video, guys, please do consider liking this video, because your every like, your every comment really motivates us to make another video. So I have prepared an entire list of personalities which can come in the UPSC Prelims examination 2025. If you want this list, please do comment in the comment box, and please like this video, share this video with your friends. And guys, this is my Telegram channel. If you don't know my Telegram channel, please join my Telegram channel. Every day I'm giving you 5 current affairs questions for practice. Okay, guys. So one more thing, guys, you can see here the focus is what? On the PYQs. I have mastered the PYQs. So if you want to analyze the last 25 years PYQs, guys, you can join my PYQ mastery class. It is one of the best PYQ courses in the country by a 6 times prelims qualified candidate. I have designed this course in such a manner that you will benefit from this immensely. Guys, let me tell you that out of whatever marks I have scored, okay, 144, you can see here 136, I can tell you 30% marks out of this is just because of the PYQs. I mastered PYQs, and because of that I scored one of the highest marks in the prelims examination repeatedly, not just once. Once you can be lucky, but you can't be lucky 6 out of 6 times. This means I have cracked the exactly what is required in the prelims. And guys, I'm willing to share this with you. Please do learn this, because the more you learn, the more you score in the exam. The more you practice, the more you score in the exam. The more mastery you have in the PYQs, the more the chances that you are going to crack the prelims examination. Do not ignore, guys, only 3 months are remaining. So let us move forward, guys. Another section is factual questions and chronology based questions. These are also very popular. Chronology based questions, generally you see chronology after 1939. Okay, this chronology is very very popular in the UPSC examination. Okay, and some factual questions also they ask. Okay guys, so last but not the least is the miscellaneous question. This you can't prepare guys, they can ask anything. Okay, so miscellaneous questions, we can be lucky if we get the question which we have already read. Okay, generally what I have seen is that the boxes in the NCRTs, there they are focusing on this miscellaneous questions. Okay, so guys, if you go through my test series, guys, I have covered this spectrum book into 2 tests. Okay, so around 200 questions, and I have also covered modern India from the NCRTs, old and new NCRTs. There are 2 tests on that. So this 400 questions, if you solve from modern India, I think you will be able to handle all these kinds of questions which can come in the UPSC prelims examination. So guys, you can make use of my Laksh test series. Guys, practice is a must. If you do not practice, it is very difficult for you to crack the prelims examination, because I'm telling you from my own experience, practice makes a man perfect. And for the prelims examination, really practice is very very essential. So guys, these are some of the important chapters. You can see advent of Europeans, this is okay, important chapters. Next you can see civil and tribal uprising, this is again very important. You can just keep writing down which are the important chapters. Next guys, reform movement, again this is very very important. Next guys, national movement 1905 to 1918, here Swadeshi movement. Okay, Swadeshi movement, all this. Okay, World War One. Okay, Gadar movement. Okay, these are the important topics which UPSC is focusing every year. Then era of mass struggle begins, here. Only just prepare the major happenings, like the non-cooperation movement, the civil disobedience movement. Okay, these are some major happenings, just prepare that. Okay, next guys, you can see acts and commission, very very important, very very important. Every year you get one question from this. Okay, next is economic impact of British rule, again this is very important guys, particularly the land revenue system, and what happened to Indian industries, what were the policies, tariff policies which led to fall of Indian industry, what led to ruralization of Indian economy during the British rule. Economic impact is also very important. And last but not the least is towards freedom 1939 to 1940. This is a section which you should read properly, because everything INA, okay, partition, all this happened in this period only. And here the questions are chronology based, mostly questions are chronology based, very very important. Please do read this section. Okay guys, so these were some of the important chapters from this book guys. Again, if you want my help in the prelims examination guys, I am predicting a lot of questions in the prelims examination. Make use of this Laksh series, it is very very important. The link is given in the description, and also make use of this PYQ. Again, the link is in the description. Please make use of this. This is very very important. These 2 things, if you have, these 2 are the essential weapons to crack prelims. One is the PYQs to understand the trend, and second is the predicted question, which is Laksh question for the prelims examination. Guys, you have to solve at least 10,000 questions in the next 3 months. If